ever feel like your get up and go just got up and went, especially after hitting 60? It's not just you. Our metabolism can slow down by nearly 0.7% every single year if we don't take action. That can mean surprise weight gain, always feeling tired and just not feeling like yourself. But what if you could turn things around, starting with breakfast? Stick with us, because we're diving into 5 breakfast foods that could be your new best friends. Imagine waking up feeling a bit more sluggish each year. That was Arthur. After his 65th birthday, his energy just wasn't what it used to be. Mornings were tough. Afternoons were a blur of tiredness, and he started to think this slowdown, especially with his metabolism, was just part of getting older. He'd heard it from friends, read about it. Seems like everyone over 60 was feeling it. His doctor even confirmed that things like muscle loss and hormonal changes after 60 can slow your metabolism down. Arthur felt resigned. He loved his grandkids, his workshop, and walks with his wife Sarah. But it was all getting harder. He even started skipping his morning walks some days, which just made him feel worse. The idea of his internal engine slowing down was a real drag. He'd always been pretty active, but now just keeping his weight steady felt like a battle. Even though he wasn't eating more, he worried about what this meant long term. Not just weight, but risks of heart disease, diabetes, and even dementia, which can be linked to a slower metabolism. He'd even heard that skipping breakfast, which he sometimes did on his tiredest mornings, could be bad for his brain. A really scary thought. But Arthur wasn't one to just give up. He started wondering, is this really it? Is there nothing I can do? So he hit the books, looking into nutrition for seniors. He learned that, while some slowdown is natural, it's not a runaway train. The right food choices, especially for breakfast, could make a huge difference. Breakfast, he discovered, isn't just about filling your stomach. It's about restocking energy and getting key nutrients your body needs as it ages. It sets the stage for the whole day. Energy, focus, and yes, even your metabolism. That was a glimmer of hope. What if he could actively help his body instead of just accepting the decline? What if the answer to more energy and a healthier future was right in his kitchen? Arthur decided it was time for a change, starting with breakfast. He was about to find out how much of a difference it could make. Today, we're going to talk about the 5 types of breakfast foods that really turn things around for Arthur. Foods backed by science for their ability to boost metabolism and keep seniors healthy. These aren't fancy, hard-to-find ingredients. They're powerful, everyday foods that can help you, just like Arthur, give your mornings a real boost and enjoy a more vibrant life after 60. We'll look at why they work, their amazing health benefits, and how you can easily add them to your own breakfast. So, grab a cuppa and let's get started on rewriting your morning story. Section 1. Protein-rich powerhouses. First up on Arthur's list, and a real game-changer for anyone over 60, were protein-rich foods. Think eggs, Greek yogurt, lean meats, beans, lentils, and nuts. Now, Arthur liked an egg now and then, but he didn't realize just how important it was to make protein a priority in the morning. So, why is protein such a big deal as we get older? Well, for starters, Your body actually burns more calories digesting protein than it does carbs or fats. Up to 15–30% more, some research says. It's like a little kickstart for your metabolism. Plus, and this is super important for seniors, protein is key for holding on to muscle. We all tend to lose muscle as we age. They call it sarcopenia. And that muscle loss is a big reason our metabolism slows down. Muscle burns more calories than fat, even when you're resting. So, keeping that muscle means keeping your metabolism humming. Some studies even suggest older folks might need more protein than younger adults to keep their muscles strong. Maybe around 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein for every kilogram you weigh, or even more if you're active or dealing with muscle loss. Arthur began by making eggs a regular part of his breakfast. Eggs are packed with all the good stuff your muscles need. He'd often scramble them with spinach for extra nutrients and fibre. Other days, he'd go for Greek yogurt. It's way higher in protein than regular yogurt, often double. And it's great for your gut too. Arthur found that Greek yogurt with berries and nuts kept him full and energized till lunch. No more mid-morning slumps. That's another cool thing about protein. It keeps you satisfied, so you're less likely to overeat later. But it's not just about muscles and metabolism. A protein-packed breakfast does a lot more. It's good for your bones, which is a big plus for seniors worried about osteoporosis. It helps your immune system fight off bugs and is involved in making hormones and enzymes that keep your body running smoothly. Arthur really felt the difference. He felt stronger on his walks. The tiredness started to fade, and he even bounced back quicker after a day in the garden. He wasn't just dragging himself through the mornings anymore. He was starting his day by fueling his body and soul, and it doesn't have to be boring. How about a veggie omelette with whole grain toast? Or a smoothie with Greek yogurt, protein powder, and fruit? Nut butters like almond or peanut butter on whole grain toast or in oatmeal are great too. Even a bit of leftover lean turkey or chicken can make a tasty, savoury breakfast bowl. The main thing is to be consistent and make sure protein is a star player in your breakfast. Arthur learned that focusing on protein wasn't just eating. It was an investment in his strength, energy, and metabolism. It showed him that the inevitable slowdown wasn't so inevitable after all. Section 2. The Wonder of Whole Grains. Next, Arthur looked at carbs, but not just any carbs. He learned there's a big difference between refined grains, like white bread or sugary cereals, and the amazing benefits of whole grains. We're talking oatmeal, whole grain bread, quinoa, even things like amaranth or buckwheat. So what's the big deal with whole grains for seniors wanting a metabolism boost and better health? It mostly comes down to fibre. Whole grains have all their natural parts, unlike refined grains that get stripped of the good stuff. That fibre does a couple of important things. First, it slows down digestion. This means you get a steady release of energy, avoiding those sugar highs and crashes that make you tired and hungry for more sweets. Stable blood sugar is key for a steady metabolism and good energy all morning. Second, that fibre helps you feel fuller, longer. This can stop you from overeating or grabbing unhealthy snacks, which is super helpful for managing weight when your metabolism isn't what it used to be. For Arthur, swapping his usual white toast for a bowl of oatmeal made a real difference. in how satisfied he felt. He'd often add berries and nuts, making it an even more filling and nutritious meal. But whole grains offer more than just metabolic help and feeling full. They're packed with B vitamins, which are great for energy, iron, magnesium, and selenium, all vital for your overall health. Eating whole grains regularly is linked to a lower risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even some cancers. They also help with digestion, preventing constipation, a common complaint for seniors, and can help lower cholesterol. Some research even hints that whole grains might help keep your brain sharp as you age. Arthur discovered that eating whole grains wasn't about missing out. It was about finding new favorites. He started buying whole grain bread and loved its richer taste and texture. He tried quinoa in savory breakfast bowls with an egg and veggies. He even made whole wheat pancakes on weekends. A healthy update to an old treat. Just remember to check labels. Look for 100% whole grain, or make sure a whole grain is the first ingredient. Lots of multigrain or wheat products can still be mostly refined flour. It's all about simple swaps. Instead of sugary cereal, try plain oatmeal or a low-sugar whole grain cereal. Pick whole grain toast or English muffins instead of white. You could even try grains like quinoa or brown rice in savory breakfast bowls. Arthur found these weren't just health foods. They were tasty, satisfying choices that gave him lasting energy, kept his digestion smooth, and provided the good carbs his body needed to really thrive. His morning walks got more energetic, his focus improved, and he felt a steady power he hadn't felt in years. Section 3. The Antioxidant Power of Berries. Arthur's next breakfast superstar was something colourful and delicious. Berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. These little gems became a must-have in his mornings. He'd always liked fruit, but finding out about the specific powerful benefits of berries for seniors was a game-changer. Berries are fantastic because they're low in calories, but loaded with fiber and antioxidants. What are antioxidants? They're like little bodyguards that fight off free radicals. Unstable molecules that can damage cells, contribute to inflammation, aging, and even raise the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and cancer. As we get older, our bodies often deal with more inflammation and a lifetime of this oxidative stress, so a diet full of antioxidants is a really smart move. Berries, especially blueberries, are packed with a type of antioxidant called anthocyanins. These anthocyanins are linked to lots of health perks, including better brain performance, especially if you're dealing with inflammation. Arthur was really keen on the brain benefits. Keeping his mind sharp was a huge priority. Studies show that eating berries regularly can support brain health and might even delay cognitive decline. Some research suggests compounds in berries can actually get into the brain and help areas involved in memory and learning. So, Arthur started adding a big handful of blueberries to his oatmeal or Greek yogurt every morning. He noticed he felt more alert. His concentration seemed better. He just felt sharper. Besides brain health, berries have tons of other pluses. Their high fiber and relatively low sugar, compared to some fruits, help keep blood sugar levels steady. Important for preventing type 2 diabetes and for consistent energy. They're good for your heart, helping to lower blood pressure and bad LDL cholesterol. They also give you essential vitamins like vitamin C, great for your immune system and skin, and folate. Plus, the anti-inflammatory nature of berries can be a relief for conditions like arthritis, which many seniors experience. Adding berries to breakfast is super easy and tasty. Arthur loved them in his yogurt or oatmeal, but you can also blend them into smoothies, sprinkle them on whole grain pancakes, or just eat them by the handful. Frozen berries are a great choice too, especially when fresh ones are out of season. They keep all their nutritional goodness and are often cheaper. Arthur made sure to always have a bag of mixed frozen berries stocked up. For Arthur, berries weren't just about adding flavor. They were about loading his body with powerful protection. It was a delicious way to combat inflammation, support his brain, protect his heart, and boost his overall energy. He realized these small fruits packed a mighty punch, really contributing to his new sense of well-being and his ability to stay active and enjoy life. Section 4. Fantastic Fatty Fish. Omega-3 Champions. Now, this next breakfast idea might sound a little different, but Arthur found it to be a powerhouse for his health and metabolism. Fatty fish. Yes, fish for breakfast. We're talking about salmon, mackerel, sardines and tuna, all loaded with protein and, most importantly, omega-3 fatty acids. So, why are these omega-3s from fatty fish such a big deal, especially for seniors? Omega-3s are healthy fats our bodies can't make, so we need to get them from food. They're famous for their strong anti-inflammatory effects. Chronic inflammation is a sneaky culprit behind many age-related issues like heart disease, arthritis, and even brain fog. By adding omega-3 rich fish, Arthur was actively fighting that underlying inflammation. Plus, the combo of top-quality protein and omega-3s in fatty fish is great for keeping muscle and supporting your metabolism. We already know protein is vital for muscle, and healthy fats like omega-3s also help with overall metabolic health and can make you feel full, which helps with weight management. Some studies even hint that omega-3s might help your body burn fat more effectively. Arthur was a bit unsure about fish for breakfast at first, but he was willing to try anything to feel better. He started with smoked salmon on whole grain toast, maybe with a bit of cream cheese or avocado. It quickly became a weekend favorite. He also tried canned sardines or mackerel, sometimes mixed with a little olive oil and lemon juice, alongside a hard-boiled egg for an extra protein hit. The health benefits of these omega-3 champs are huge. They're fantastic for heart health, helping to lower triglycerides, reduce blood pressure, and keep arteries clear. For your brain, omega-3s, especially one called DHA, are super important for brain cells and cognitive function. Eating fatty fish regularly is linked to a lower risk of cognitive decline, dementia, and Alzheimer's. Arthur felt this was a massive plus, adding to the brain benefits he was getting from berries. Omega-3s can also help with joint health, easing stiffness and pain from arthritis, a common issue for older adults. If smoked salmon or canned fish for breakfast still seems a bit out there, think creatively. How about a breakfast bowl with flaked cooked salmon, maybe leftovers from dinner, with quinoa and some greens? A little tuna mixed with Greek yogurt instead of mayo could go on whole grain crackers. It might mean shifting your mindset from typical sweet breakfasts, but the nutritional payoff is huge. And if eating fish regularly is tough, a good omega-3 supplement is something to consider, though getting nutrients from whole foods is usually best. For Arthur, adding fatty fish to his breakfast rotation a few times a week made a real difference. He noticed his joints felt better, and he had a kind of sustained energy that was different from what he got from just carbs. He felt like he was giving his brain and body premium fuel. It was another key piece in his puzzle to not just slow down aging, but to actively boost his health and vitality, proving breakfast could be an amazing tool for well-being. After 60, Section 5. The gentle boost of green tea. The final touch to Arthur's revitalizing breakfast wasn't a food, but a drink. Green tea. He'd often had regular black tea or coffee in the mornings, but when he learned about the unique metabolic and health perks of green tea, especially for older adults, he decided to make the switch. What's so special about green tea? It's loaded with powerful antioxidants, especially a type called catechins. The star of the show is EGCG, epigallocatechin 3 gallate. Studies suggest EGCG can give your metabolism and fat burning a gentle but noticeable nudge. It's thought to work by helping a natural fat-burning hormone, norepinephrine, stick around longer in your system. So, green tea might help you burn a few extra calories. It's not a magic weight loss solution, but with a healthy diet and exercise, it can definitely be a helpful addition. Arthur started by swapping his second cup of coffee for a cup of freshly brewed green tea. He found it lighter and more refreshing than he expected, and actually started looking forward to it. He also learned that beyond the metabolism bit, green tea has loads of other health benefits perfect for seniors. Its strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory powers help protect cells from everyday wear and tear that contributes to aging. Some research even suggests green tea can help fight aging at a cellular level by helping with DNA repair and boosting mitochondrial function. The heart health benefits are pretty impressive too. Drinking green tea has been linked to lower bad LDL cholesterol, reduced blood pressure, and a lower risk of heart disease and stroke, all big concerns for folks over 60. Plus, green tea might be good for your brain. Some studies suggest compounds in green tea, like EGCG and L-theanine, an amino acid that helps you relax without feeling sleepy, can improve brain function, mood, and protect against neurodegenerative diseases. There's even evidence that green tea might lower the chances of cognitive impairment in older adults. This really hit home for Arthur, who was all in on keeping his mind as sharp as his body. Long-term sipping has even been linked to delaying brain aging in older men by improving inflammation and sleep. Making green tea is easy. Arthur liked loose-leaf tea, steeped for a few minutes in hot but not boiling water. This helps avoid bitterness. Tea bags work fine too. He learned that adding sugar or milk might cancel out some benefits, so he enjoyed it plain. Some people like it with a squeeze of lemon, which can actually help your body absorb more of those good catechins. You can even use green tea as a base for smoothies if you're not a hot tea fan. For Arthur, his morning cup of green tea became more than just a warm drink. It was a calm moment, a little symbol of his commitment to his health. He liked the gentle energy boost without the coffee jitters. Combined with his other breakfast changes, He felt a real synergy. His digestion was better, his mind felt clearer, and his energy was more stable. It was the perfect, gentle yet powerful final piece in his breakfast puzzle, showing that even small choices, like changing your morning brew, can really help boost metabolism and keep you healthy and vibrant after 60. So, by consistently bringing these 5 breakfast game changers into his life, protein, whole grains, berries, fatty fish, and green tea, Arthur really turned things around. It wasn't an overnight fix, but a steady, positive change. The guy who thought slowing down after 60 was just how it had to be, now found his mornings full of energy. That constant tiredness that used to hang over him, it started to lift. He woke up feeling more rested, and importantly, more energetic. His morning walks with Sarah weren't a drag anymore. They were something he genuinely looked forward to. He had more stamina for his walks, for playing with his grandkids, and for spending quality time in his workshop. Even his friends started noticing his improved energy and the bounce in his step. Besides just feeling more energetic, Arthur saw other real benefits. His digestion got better, thanks to all that fibre from whole grains and berries. He felt mentally sharper, more focused, probably thanks to that powerhouse combo of nutrients from the berries, fish, and green tea. And while he wasn't obsessively watching the scale, his clothes started to fit a bit better, and he felt lighter on his feet, likely a result of his revved-up metabolism. And those satisfying, fibre-rich Arthur's story shows us something really powerful. While we can't rewind the clock, we have a lot of say in how we age. That inevitable slowdown he once dreaded was largely reversible with smart, informed choices. His experience is proof that the right foods, especially at the start of your day, can supercharge not just your metabolism, but your overall well-being, your energy, and how you feel about life after 60. He showed that vitality isn't just for the young. It's something you can achieve at any age with the right fuel. So, we've heard all about Arthur's journey and these 5 fantastic food groups that helped him transform his health. Now it's over to you. Which of these breakfast power foods are you most excited to try, or maybe add more of into your mornings? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your favourite healthy breakfast ideas or any tips you've got. And if you found this information helpful and inspiring, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more folks who could use this message. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our future videos, all about helping you live your healthiest, most vibrant life. Maybe you know a friend or family member who'd appreciate Arthur's story and these tips. Feel free to share this video with them. Conclusion: kicking off your day with the right foods is so much more than just a morning habit. It's a real investment in your long-term health and energy, especially once you're over 60. As we saw with Arthur, and as plenty of research backs up, making protein-rich foods, fibre-filled whole grains, antioxidant-packed berries, omega-3 rich fatty fish, and metabolism-supporting green tea, a priority can make a world of difference. These foods aren't just about giving your metabolism a boost. They're about nourishing your body from the inside out. They help you keep that precious muscle mass, support your heart and brain, keep blood sugar in check, fight inflammation, and give you sustained energy to power through your days. Research consistently shows that a nutrient-rich breakfast can sharpen your thinking and lower the risk of chronic diseases that tend to pop up more as we age. On the flip side, skipping breakfast has been linked to lower cognitive scores and even a higher risk of long-term cognitive decline in older adults. Remember, getting older doesn't have to mean a steady decline in energy and health. Just like Arthur, you have the power to make choices that can lead to a more vibrant, active, and fulfilling life. It might start with something as simple as swapping your usual breakfast for a bowl of oatmeal with berries and nuts, or trying some smoked salmon on whole grain toast with a cup of green tea. Small, consistent changes can really add up to big, lasting results. Thanks so much for joining us today. We hope Arthur's story and these science-backed food ideas have inspired you to take charge of your breakfast and, in turn, your health. Here's to bright mornings and many healthy, happy years ahead.